company dedicated to providing healthy, affordable, and eco-friendly houses. Her experience, Maura has co-founded Blue Homes because of a deep interest in reducing the carbon footprint of American homes, much like Bruce and Ben and Ray, and making a home home buying more fun and convenient experience. Maura has several years' experience as a venture capital investor at Ironwood Equity, including experience as an investor in the prefab homes industry. She's a board member of the Capital Network, a nonprofit focusing on providing mentorship and financing to startup entrepreneurs, and is a board observer on ISIS, the leading provider of active apparel focused solely on women. She's a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and Renewable Energy Business Network, and has served as a judge for the MIT Enterprise Forum and Ignite Clean Energy competition. Blue Homes was recently also featured on treehugger.com. And just before I forget, if you are here for AIA credits, don't forget to see Lauren Starr in the back. All right, how we doing? Almost there? Sorry about this. Well done.
Can I talk from here?
You can talk from there, yes. Sit down. Is it turned on?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It's on.
Okay.
I got lost in Northampton.
Oh, no.
I guess I should have realized this was in Amherst. But I swear, if you Google the Fine Arts Center, it goes to Northampton. Exactly right. I think it's this E drive here. Or remove, yeah, one of them. Or the, nope, the E, sorry, this tree. Okay, so this sustainable architecture. Yep. I just want to be able to access that file. Okay, great. Okay. I'm going to flip-flop a little bit between some files that actually show some of our technology. And I know Ben at least really well. It's nice to be on the panel. I'm sorry for my ridiculous lateness. Let's see. So I guess I will do the slideshow view. But so it's really nice to be out here. We have a lot of interest in Northampton because of the obvious focus here on healthy living, green building. I have a lot less of a technical presentation from a data standpoint, but I do have a lot of examples of the technology that we use at Blue Homes. Let's just see what we have here. I think I'm going to run through a couple of these topics and then get quickly into our technology and what we're doing in an innovative way so that you can ask questions. And I'm sure you've I guess you've been here for an hour, so I want to not take too much time. Blue Homes is a prefabricated home company. We do not do mobile homes. We don't do HUD code homes. We do very beautiful and high quality green homes that are built off-site in a factory. Obviously, the traditional prefab word, has been, depends on whether you're over the past 30 years. Modular homes, in 2006 there were 80 companies and 200 factories. They did 40,000 homes a year. Modular homes are inherently, generally greener because they're built off-site in a factory. There's a lot less waste. There's plenty of studies to show that. And literally, it's something directionally like 80% less waste by building out in a factory, which is a big pro of building in the traditional modular way. Modular homes are not manufactured. Modular homes are built to site build code, and they tend to be green, although they have been slow to adopt green technologies and products over the past 30 years. They really started with more of a Henry Ford kind of mentality. And then we have panelized and timber post and beam houses, which are very beautiful. They're also part of the prefab family. The pros are that you can do really beautiful custom homes. And many of these were products, the Empyrean Deckhouse Acorn Homes. That company went out of business last year. They were a fabulous company founded by MIT people back from the 50s. Benson Wood Homes, great company up in New Hampshire, several different log home companies in Lindahl Homes. the downside of this type of prefab is that it actually takes pretty long time, and the average time from beginning a project to end, for example, at Empyrean was 600 days, which we know because we've hired about 5 of their staff. So what I wanted to sort of discuss generally, where, why is prefab green? Where is prefab going? And give you sort of a basis for what kind of technology we're doing and why it actually is going to improve the greenness of the housing stock that we build, and hopefully long-term the housing stock in the U.S. In general, I think in the past, prefab homes were built for the convenience of the factory builders. So they were built in modules that were sort of plug and chug and shoot them through. And then the answer was, as soon as they leave the factory door, hopefully the home builder can figure out how to put them together and assemble them. And there's quite a bit of site work. I think the sort of next generation of homes that are built off-site and in this green way are going to be built to optimize and reduce the site work and built for more long-term durability. The site work component of building any kind of prefabricated home is the slowest portion. The factory portion is always the fastest, but in many cases, factories were built to really reduce the pain for the factory and increase it for the builder. Really relevant to this talk is that in the past, factory-built housing procured very cheap materials. It was a labor substitution opportunity for people in Greenwich, Connecticut, to buy homes that were built in Western Pennsylvania, where labor rates are cheaper, and move them into more wealthy cities where the general contracting was less expensive. However, as a side note, if you look at any Scandinavian country, we have a couple Scandinavian people on our staff. Prefabricated homes have been done for decades, and they are absolutely very green. They're much more controllable from a building standpoint. You reduce the mold in the factory that you incur, and you produce a very much healthier product. So we're sort of in the U.S. trying to move the perception about homes that are built in factories from cheap materials that are low quality to more modern, eco-friendly materials. Thirdly, many generations, both the sort of, I'd say the baby boomer retirement generation, generations of people that are just coming out of college, are all looking for ways to understand the energy use of their homes, which is something I know Ben's company does really well, and also understand what the materials are in their homes and have a chance to feel like they are applying the materials in their homes and choosing them. So there's a big content creation trend happening. People want to digitally visualize their home and customize it. And lastly, the traditional prefab still took many months to build, and I think that our goal is to absolutely reduce the site work, which reduces the trips back and forth on site. It reduces the waste that you have from products on site, and is ultimately an easier experience for clients. These are examples of our houses in the factory and houses digitally visualized. I think the sort of overall philosophy that we've had as a company and around building in a more green way is to make homes more deployable, more easily shippable. We ship also modules that can fold out to be much wider, and there's been a traditional perception around prefabricated homes that they're very narrow and trailer-like. So our homes have used this folding technology where they ship more narrowly and unfold, which I'll show you. We want to absolutely reduce the site work, so we do more work in the factory, which is less efficient in the factory, but we increase efficiency on site. And the radius of our factory is much bigger. We can ship to Los Angeles, which we've done for $5,000 or $6,000 per module. And ultimately, fewer shipments reduce pollution, and the steel and wood hybrid frame that we use to do all this folding has a whole pile of benefits, particularly around earthquakes. I feel like I've been focusing a lot on the kind of on our company and the technology and prefab, but all of this is to move the dial and move